Ooh, fresh pavement. Let's do a 0 to
Hello,
60.
this is Aaron from AaronOnAutos.com, and today we're doing our shaky cam interior review in a 2016 BMW 7 Series. This is specifically the 750i. It's the big V8 with a lot of extras. I'm going to have to actually do part of this video from the back seat because there's a lot of action in the back. So we'll quickly go through some of the controls. Most of them are familiar to anyone who's familiar with anyone who knows how a Bimmer is usually laid out. So over here you have mirrors and windows, and then these extra buttons, that's the window lock, and this runs the shades, specifically the back shade on the back window. Pulls it up and down, and then when you lock the windows from going up and down, you also lock the shades from going up and down, just FYI. Over here is lighting, and most of it's pretty self-explanatory. These are the side lights, so when you turn corners they have lights that turn on that side as you're turning to illuminate the corner. It's actually a really cool feature. You've seen it in several other cars. There's a lot of vehicles that do something similar. Fog lamps and so forth. So you can pretty much see what most of this is. Here's the first of the vents. The vents in this seem like they are very small for the size of the car, but they put out a lot of volume, and they don't tend to spray it right on you like you might expect. So pretty good job with these. Moving along to the steering wheel, over here you have all your cruise control, and this does have adaptive cruise, so this is the distance setting for that. You can change the cruise up and down, push it hard up, and it moves by 5-mile increments. Softly, just bouncing off of it, it moves by 1 increment at a time. And here's your lane keeping and whatnot. Over here, these are the controls for the info screens up there. Also your phone, and volume and whatnot. This has paddle shifting for the automatic there. I can't remember if it's a 6 or an 8 speed, but I'm pretty sure it's an 8 speed automatic. Over here is most of your lighting. This toggles your automatic high beams, so on and so forth. Over here, washer wipers. Push this button to toggle the auto. One thing I did note is that when you shut the car off, it does not remember that you had these on, so you have to turn it on every time. A little bit of annoyance. There's a couple of those things in this car that are just kind of speaking to the fact that some of, some of the stuff in this car is 3 or 4 years old now. So anyway, over here you can see I'm almost out of fuel. Here you can see the speedometer, there's a clock, there's the tachometer. You can change what this stuff is. Pretty simply, that's what those buttons on the steering are for. And then over here is your engine heat. This is your drive mode. I'll show you how to change that later. This is your gearing. Your gears will change as you go. This shows the speed signs, so shows the speed limits, and I will note that it is camera based. First time I've seen that in a BMW. Usually they are GPS based. Very nice touch. That's one of my favorite things in a Volvo, and now I'm seeing it in a BMW, which is great. So push button start, of course. Auto on off is right there. Currently I have it activated, but I am running the engine because I like to run the engine when I do these. Here's the screen here. I'll put it on the main menu. So here's your screen for your infotainment stuff. Most of this you just have to kind of page through and find out what they do, but for the most part it's largely self-explanatory. Media and radio, this is every kind of media that you play, including videos for the back seat. This is communications. That includes the car's communications as well as your phone and whatnot. Navigation, self-explanatory. Connected drive, that's all the goodies. There you go. BMW assist and so forth. Personally, I think these should have been included in the communications section, but it's an upgrade, so I can see why they did it as a separate menu. Over here you have my vehicle. You can change a lot of things in this car, including things like I had the kids in the back, so I turned off the back screens and tablet because otherwise they're just going to fiddle with it. A few things like that. You can also do things like control the massaging in the back and so forth. And over here are notifications. So this is a quick place to go when you just want to see, do I have text messages? What kind of stuff do I have that came in, has come in, etc., etc. So pretty cool. I really like this system. BMW has gone a long way towards upgrading what they're doing with their infotainment. This one works very well. Down here you have some more vents. These are the volume vents for the car. They feel really good. I like the controls and whatnot. Here is your parking radar. Here is your hazard lights. And then down here, fairly straightforward on the stereo and stuff. And then down here are your hard controls for climate. You will probably use these most of the time. It's pretty rare to use the infotainment. I don't know very many people that actually do that. This is way easier, and it's intuitive because we've all seen it 100 times. So pretty straightforward right there. It is, of course, dual climate. It's actually tri-zone. The rear seat, I will show you the controls for the rear seat. Up here, you can control them up here, but in the back seat, they have their own controls. Here you have a bourgeois cover. This is kind of a holdover ashtray thing that they took some of the ashtray bits out of, kind of a European holdover, but it does pop out, so you can stash it somewhere else and gain that extra room. USB there. Cup holders here. They're larger than they look, so they do hold more than you might expect them to. And there's a 12-volt plug right in here. Shifter right here. Typical BMW shifter, nothing really special. You hold this button, whatever. This is the command knob for infotainment right there. So that's what I've been using to manipulate it while I showed it to you. Over here, these are your driving modes. So here you have Sport. You have two different comfort modes in this model. There's Comfort and Comfort Plus, I believe it's called. It's basically how soft you want the ride. If you put it in the most comfortable mode, there is a fair amount of body roll and a lot of cushion, so you won't feel much of anything from the road in that mode. Great for highway driving. Sport mode is a lot of fun around town, and also fun when you just want to really hurry. I guess is a nice way to put it. Traction control up here, and Eco Pro. Honestly, I tried this versus comfort mode, and I see very little difference other than what shows on the dashboard. So you may gain a little fuel economy here, especially if you're in stop-and-go traffic or driving around town. You probably will. But on the highway, honestly, I would stick with comfort because I don't see a whole lot of difference in fuel economy or anything else. Down here are some parking controls. Here's your cameras. This has surround view cameras as well as their backup camera, wide angle, for getting out of a parking spot, so on and so forth. You can change the air ride here. By default, it is dynamic, so it will lower and raise as it needs it to. And then, let's see, parking brake is here, auto here, and that's about it for that. Here's the center cubbies. Push this button to open them. They open like this, which is nice because if you have something that you want sticking out or something that sits in here that won't quite fit all the way down so you can close that side, you can close the other side, still have an armrest. I really like this design. They did the same thing in the back. There is a cool phone holder thing right here. There's a USB here. You could also put an MP3 player in there. And right here is a built-in plug that comes out, but it's a built-in charging plug, and this is a fast charger, so if your phone is capable of it, this will charge you faster. Very cool feature. Just generally to look at the interior before I get in the back seat, I want you to see the way that they just built this interior, the way they flowed it. A lot of good looks in here. I like this wood. It's very reflective right now because of the lighting. I'm undercover, but I'm getting a lot of reflection in here and a lot of glare from outside. Kind of sucks. From the back seat, it will look a lot better though. But I just want you to look and see what the flow looks like, and then we're going to get in the back and I'll show you even more. Here we are in the back seat, and this is I'll show you. This is the driver's side of the car in the back seat. I just want to show you, now you can see a little more of that flow with the different materials. Stainless steel look right there, brushed aluminum, and just beautiful looks. I love the wood inlay and everything that they did, and the way that they just kind of brought everything together with this cream and the dark, and the headliner is also cream. Just beautiful look. These are the entertainment screens in the back. You can turn them on and off here. They are not touch screens, should note that. There is a remote control for them that works similar to that command knob. I will show you that remote. And then so the remote looks like this, and you turn it like this, and you select like this, and so on. I'm not a big fan of that remote, but you take what you can get, I guess. So, looking down here, there is a bourgeois cover, right, for this. When you open it, you'll see there's drink holders. There's a cubby right here. Here is the climate control for the back seat. Here's some of the back seat vents. There are more vents, including those right there. And so people in the rear have full control over their climate here, as well as their seats, heating, cooling, and so forth. The back seats are also massage units. Very, very cool. And I'll show you some more of that in a second. Here's the other screen. Again, not a touch screen. And this is a kick pad. Over there is a storage spot. In here is a tray, like this. There's a tray for the passenger side ride. This is assuming an executive car is probably going to have a driver, at least some of the time. And here's the controls for the seat. They are full, slide, recline, etc., etc. Very cool. Nice, comfortable seats back here for sure. Then you have your tablet, and I'll eject it. So you can do a lot of stuff from this tablet. Here's kind of what you're looking at for the menus. A lot of it mirrors what's up on the infotainment up there. The person in the back can control the infotainment up there, and the driver through that infotainment main screen can turn off the control from back here. I have it off right now because I've had my kids in the car, but you still have access to things like the seat massage. So this adjusts it. You go to here, and these are the massage options. You have several of them. Activation is kind of an exercise thing. It uses airbags throughout the seating to kind of pump your body a little bit. And then the massage exercise thing is a combination of that. This is one of the best massage units I've ever seen in a car. It's awesome. Just great stuff. I really like this one. It's rare that I like them, and this is a very, very good one. I am glad they didn't put it in the front seat because I would have fallen asleep driving. It's that good. So this is the little tablet that includes it. It's an Android tablet, so you can install apps, games, whatever you want. Pretty cool. And then it just puts itself right back, and you can tell it to turn off. So that's the back seat experience back here. And then by the way, they have their own window shades and also control of this, which is the second moonroof there. So great back seat. These light bars are cool. There are several colors to choose from. You can do amber, green, blue, all kinds of stuff. The window shades are really, really good. I just like the feel of this car. I love this vehicle as an executive car. Just a great looking vehicle. So I think that's all we've got. So for AaronOnAutos.com, this has been Aaron in the 2016 BMW 750i. Talk to you again soon.